Rachel better be wearing a flak jacket.
Oh my God.
Because she's in for a baby bomb. She has an explosive toddler,
Addison!
an eccentric grandmother,
Hindi maglaki, hindi magtaas.
and a husband who knows how to light the fuse.
You're like a horse with blinders.
Will baby number 2 calm the blitz or just add to her shell shock? Rachel and Adrian don't have a clue what to expect. With wild child Addison on board and a battle around every corner, they're in for a big surprise. Especially when baby Ashton arrives to shock and awe. Our panel of birthdays experts will be watching closely over the next 6 weeks. Relationship guru and woman about town, Josie Vogels. Supermom with a watchful eye, Kathy Buckworth. And the man who's always psyched and ready to go, Dr. Irvin Wolkoff.
Turn off the light for Daddy. Thank you. My name is Adrian. I'm 32 years old, currently employed as a realtor, and have one child, 18 months old, and one on the way, probably any time now, really.
Oh yes, and he has a wife too.
My name is Rachel. I am 30 years old, and I'm a business technical analyst. I'm excited and I'm scared at the same time because I don't know what to expect, especially with Addison.
Give Daddy a kiss.
How we're going to divide our time between the 2 kids. I don't think it'll affect us too much.
Say bye to Mommy.
Goodbye.
I have mixed emotions about the baby that's coming. The one child is a handful already. Let's go.
And Adrian is worried about what the handfuls are going to cost.
Oh, my wallet. My income is never set. In my case, if I don't work, I don't get paid, so I always have to be kind of in the mix.
And Adrian's head is chock full of superstitions.
I know the gender of my baby, but Addie does not know it.
I'm very superstitious, like my dad. The first pregnancy went well. I didn't know the sex.
So that's why I can't tell anyone whether this is a girl or a boy.
While Rachel's non-gender specific belly grew during pregnancy, Adrian had different plans for his girth.
So one of my big pushes right now, which I'm trying to establish, is a health routine before the baby comes in, before I have less time to myself.
It's so hard. You know, we have one child, it takes up all our time. Like, just wait until they're dealing with 2. I don't think they're being really realistic in terms of what to expect. He's smart to do his workouts now, but I still think it's almost a bit for show, that they really think, oh, we'll be able to take it in stride.
And Rachel and Adrian have 2 different standards when it comes to housework.
Yeah.
Look at that, that's gonna stain the counter.
I was gonna do that.
Hers is lacking, and his is just out of whack.
You
do
know
it
that it's gonna
after.
stain the counter.
You know
though.
I clean the
counter's
kitchen
white, right? Is the
after.
counter white or?
Yeah,
white.
yeah, it was only there for what, how long? What, 10
Probably
minutes?
all day, I don't know.
What triggers conflict between me and Addie is housework.
You don't say.
She'll let things slide. Things will accumulate. She doesn't realize.
I do get very anxious when he's around sometimes. I get self-conscious about what I'm doing sometimes.
On top of different cleaning standards, their math is totally off.
But I believe that it's about a 50-50 split.
90% me and 10% her.
Her? Oh, you mean the cat's mother?
I mean, look at the floor.
Oh my gosh.
Me pointing out the obvious doesn't seem to be working. A new strategy is gonna have to be done.
The way Adrian talks to Rachel, I can't believe she's pregnant again, because if I were her, I would never have let him have sex with me once, let alone twice.
I think that she should take that dish of beautiful food and dump it on his head, and then he'd be less focused on the mess on the floor than what's running down his
Well, it's funny because, you know,
Unbelievable.
usually we get the opposite, right? Where it's the woman who's like,
If he wants it done, he's got to step up, and he's just kind of, you know,
pointing
like,
it
you're
out.
not doing
No,
it.
exactly. And it's like, she's doing the cooking. He wants it clean, clean it. Jesus. Ah.
Adrian's no longer the boss man of the house because today, baby Ashton comes home. And it appears he's already in training to become a realtor, just like Dad.
Kitchen.
It's our tradition that whoever's carrying the baby will show the baby every room in the house.
After the tour, baby Ashton is ready for a costume change.
I'm horrible at changing diapers. I have to answer the phone. Ah, crap, I don't know where the phone is. I still have to find the phone.
It's chaos.
Hello?
Rach,
Yeah?
I can't find it.
Having to breastfeed every 2 to 3 hours. You gotta do what you gotta do. I forgot forgot what I was gonna do. Oh my gosh. I was gonna do something and I don't remember what it was. Oh, now I remember. I have to get the bag downstairs.
You gonna be nice to your brother? I guess I have to get really creative now when I want to have a little bit of time for myself, because I know it's not going to be easy to get Rachel to watch both of them.
When you look at people who are of that type with a sense of entitlement and grandiosity, they'll often be superstitious because it's a magic power. Even if I can predict I'm going to drop dead because I walked under a ladder, I'm smarter than you because I know I'm going to drop dead. You see? So even if he's afraid of it, he's still in charge.
That's why you're a psychiatrist and I'm not.
A man with control issues.
It's been 1 week since Ashton has been on board, and it's been a busy one.
It's been full of doctor's appointments. We also went to get him circumcised. That went smoother than I thought.
But she isn't so optimistic about this afternoon since Adrian is back to work.
I wish he could stay longer with us.
There's always been someone to watch both, so it's going to be a learning experience for her.
Every time I am able to put these two down, I'll try to clean up as much as I could. I think I'm just trying to prove myself to Addie.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to feed her, but she's not
making
hungry.
a mess again, eh? Addison.
I was gonna pick that up.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
Buddy?
Buddy?
Oh, how affectionate.
Even laundry now, I'm finding I'm starting to take most of the load.
I don't see why you can't bring down the laundry anyway.
Let's not bring it down. I'm actually doing the laundry also.
Well, that's not too hard. Turn the dial, put the soap in.
Okay, it's not too hard to clean up the area though when you're cooking, right? Same thing. What's the difference? You're like a horse with blinders, right?
Oh, I'd hit him.
Whatever you see is the task at hand, and then you forget about something else. You put something down, you forget it's there. I don't think I'll be able to come home around till maybe 6, 7. I love being with them all the time, but I have to go to work, so, you know, even with my job, I don't even have the weekends. I can't even say that I have the weekend to spend with them.
That may be because Mr. Saturday Night likes to party with the best of them.
I do feel sad that he'd rather go out with his buddies. Then I feel sad too because I'm holding him back. Is something wrong with that? I think that he should stay home. Actually, last weekend, I thought he was gonna stay home, but instead, in the middle of the night, he left for an hour, thinking that I wouldn't find out. Does he think I'm stupid?
Oh, my God.
She says, does he think I'm stupid? The answer is absolutely.
She's not unreasonable at all. She's saying, buddy, pull your weight. You're going downstairs anyway. You're having a workout.
I would just say, shut the up and get over yourself. He has put her in her place. You see how nervous she is all the time and how worried she is about every time I'm cooking, I'm worried about cleaning because she's worried he's going to blow it.
I think she needs to look for some outside help too. I mean, she's trying to do all of this herself. Maybe she needs to get a cleaning lady. Maybe she needs to have someone help her with the baby or the 18-month-old.
Maybe she needs a divorce
Maybe
lawyer.
she needs a divorce.
Maybe
she needs a big shovel. Like, I don't know. She needs something.
She told us the whole story. She said that around the cleaning up and stuff, she has to prove herself. So I don't think it's to him. He's just some guy that came along lately. She's still proving herself to impossible parents.
That's the dynamic in that kind of controlling, relationship where she, he keeps her controlled, so she's constantly trying to please him because she doesn't want to upset him, but sort of resenting it and being victim, right?
Ooh, your sock. Where did your other sock go?
It's been 2 weeks since Rachel has been the mother of 2, and she's feeling the heat, especially since 18-month-old Addison is being, 18 months old.
It's Addison that needs the most attention. And having 2 is just double the amount of work. Let's go. Let me carry. Okay, come here. Come on, Addison. Okay, let's go. Okay, do you want to eat ice cream? Okay, we'll read a book. You don't want to read a book? What do you want to do? Oh, Addison! Okay. Addison. Okay, where do you want to go? Do you want to go upstairs? Do you want to go sing? Okay, stand up. Onto the bed. Okay, don't touch your brother. In my family, singing is a part of life. I grew up singing, and my dad introduced the karaoke mic to my daughter, at a very early age. So Addison, do you want to sing? Do you want to sing? Okay. Ang bango-bango, ang bango-bango. Ah! Addison!
Hello?
When are you coming home?
Maybe an hour and a half.
Addison fell off the bed while I was singing karaoke.
Oh my God, you weren't watching her. How bad? Like, the bed is pretty high, right? Because I have an appointment and I have to meet with somebody, I'm not gonna be able to rush home and check her out.
An appointment, eh? With Mr. Hops and Mr. Barley, perhaps?
Everything that Rachel was trying to do is everything that I've ever tried with my kids. You try everything. You bribe them with food. You take them up. You sing a little karaoke.
It was another one of these great traditions. We show them the house. We get them to sing karaoke.
Push him off the bed.
Okay, you two.
No,
You
come on,
take
she fell off
inside.
the bed. How many times did you fall off the bed when you were a kid? It's not
We
the end of the
dropped
world.
babies off change tables. I've done all kinds of things. It happens. But why did she call him? Why did she call him to tell him that she's setting herself
You know
up
why
to
she
be
called
criticized?
him? No, you know why she called him? Because she can't say, honey, I desperately need your help. Come home and help me. She's saying, okay, here's something really bad has happened, hoping he will say, oh my God, I better come home and help you.
And she's also learning what every sort of new mother of two finds out. It's not the baby that's the work. It's the one that's already there that's the work, right?
Even though it's been 3 weeks since Ashton has come home, Rachel still can't quite get used to looking after 2 kids by herself. So off to Grandma's house they go.
I'll have a little help from my grandmother. She can't really do much except carry Addison and feed her. No! She doesn't speak much English. She still is a lot of help. She's very protective. I know what she's saying when she tells me stuff. Well, I can pretty much figure it out. And she's pretty overprotective of me, especially now that I've just given birth. She doesn't want me to do anything much. She'll get mad at me if I'm carrying Addison.
No, don't carry. Don't carry. No.
And just in case Rachel wasn't satisfied with being berated in English only, she has her grandmother to tear a piece off her in Tagalog.
No, hindi maglaki. Hindi magtaas. No, grow.
My grandmother is not too happy that I'm swaddling my son, well, Ashton, because she thinks that he won't grow.
But Addison might be hoping that he won't because he's just the right size for poking.
She still thinks he's a toy, but I haven't felt any jealousy or anything like that with her. Addison!
Though it's really nice to hang out with the family, Rachel isn't getting that much of a break.
Oh, you okay? No, don't pull his hair. His needs are high, but so are Addison's. Addison!
I like a good stiff drink as much as the next one, but I don't know about Granny.
I think in the morning a baby is better off with cognac than scotch, but either way, it was an interesting
It's a little over
scene
the top.
there.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
Poor girl. You can start to see where the abuse cycle started there with Granny going nuts on her there. It's too bad. She's going over for some support. I'm glad she left the house. She just went to the wrong place. How she needs to get out. She needs to find other people to communicate with. She needs someone who's not belittling her all the time. Does she have any friends? Like a support group? Like, I'm not kidding. Like, she needs to get out and communicate with someone who's positive. The behavior that the 18-month-old is having is totally normal. The poking and the prodding. I mean, my kids said they sat on each other. You know, when they were babies there, they threw toys. She's going to have to deal with it. I think she is dealing with that appropriately. That's very hard.
But it doesn't get any easier for Rachel when she's at home later trying to feed her persnickety husband.
What vegetables do you want?
Mixed vegetables.
Okay, I'm gonna make supper.
The frozen ones?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm making supper,
I know,
okay?
I know. Okay. Relax.
My gosh. You think I do nothing all day? He has to be a smartass about anything that he sees that isn't as perfect as he is. Just goes in one ear, out the other.
All right, let's go downstairs, see what Mom's doing. I bet you she's making a big mess.
And dinner. She is making dinner.
Hey, Rick, just put that in the garbage right away, man. The bag is right there, man. Put it in the bag, throw it in the garbage. It's done.
Uh-oh, fistful of garbage. Is Adrian gonna get it?
Okay, just go to the other room. You make me paranoid.
Nope, guess not. But he is out of there.
Oh, boy, Addison. Rach, look at this mess, man. I just got home from work.
Banished to the other room, poor Addison now gets Adrian's redirected nagging.
Why do you have to make a mess all the time, sweetie? Let's put it back here. See? You don't want to help? You're like your mom. This is not like Addison's toys here.
It got hot.
So you just tore it off and threw it on the floor.
I'm gonna wear it again.
Holy cow.
Okay, why don't you guys
The
just go
pork chops
watch?
better be yummy.
But since he doesn't want to get porky again himself, Charles Atlas sneaks downstairs to haul abs.
To this point, I've lost 70 pounds.
We kind of made an agreement that if he's gonna work out, he'll make sure first that Addison is sleeping.
And obviously, that is not working out.
I can't take care of Addison and cook at the same time. He knows that.
I have this thing where when it starts getting hard and I want to stop, talking about superstition again, bargain with God almost. If I make it as far as this point, he's gonna keep my family safe type deal, so.
But little Addison is running out of steam.
Hey, what's wrong, sweetie? Okay, I'm finished. Come on. Okay. Sorry. Okay, what do you want? Rach, Addison's hungry.
I'm feeding this kid.
We don't really eat together anymore. It's always turns, so. Okay, Rach, I'll be over here.
Oh, sorry. Okay, here, Addison. I prefer that he'd sit with us, but he says that it's easier to take care of Ashton in front of the television for some reason. Addie loves watching television, so I think it's just an excuse for him to watch some TV.
Hey, don't blame television.
Look, he's wide awake now. Addison, holy.
Okay, one of the things that intrigued me in this last bit, Rachel was actually able to say, although you might miss it because she was laughing, that her husband is a perfectionist, he's sarcastic, he's a smartass, he's the kind of guy who would make an excuse just to watch television. Goes to show you it's perfectly possible to know all the stuff that's relevant and not give it any significance at all.
I don't know how she doesn't explode, because I would absolutely grab this guy by the...
I know how to spend his next commission check. They're going to buy a jogging stroller so he can take the little kid with him, at least one of the babies. They're going to get a cleaning woman who maybe comes up to his standards, and they're going to buy about a 10-pound case of chicken nuggets and have that for dinner, because you don't have time for the kind of cooking that she's doing. It's taking her hours to get dinner on the table. She has
frozen
a new baby.
chicken nuggets, though?
Frozen chicken nuggets.
Everything that he does is dedicated to himself and not even his real self.
Josie, a self-centered man. We found one.
I'd heard they existed.
exist. Yeah,
No
but-
center, a self-crusted man. He is in a crust of selfish self, but it's not real.
We talked about a great accomplishment that he'd lost the 70 pounds. What she needs to do is lose the other 170, I think, and then it'll all be good.
After 4 weeks, Rachel is becoming more comfortable at home alone, and she's no longer getting all fired up over Addison's meltdowns.
Mommy's gonna ask you to please stand up. Okay, stand up. Fine. Okay, you can lie down there. While Addison is lying on the floor, I'm ignoring her. That's my own little version of a timeout, and I'll just wait here, and in a few minutes, I know that she'll just get up and walk in, and she'll pretty much forget what she was crying about in the first place.
Of course, kids demand attention and they need to learn to live within limits. But I think this kid is not just entering the terrible twos. I think she can feel the vacuum. And she's looking for a little emotional air.
But at the same
Totally
time,
normal.
we've seen, the lying on the floor, the temper tantrum behavior, and I do think that at a certain point, it's like, you know what? Cry me a river. I'm just going to
It's
go over
totally
here,
normal.
and when you're ready, come on over, which is what she did. And she needs to do more of that stuff in her life. She needs to set limits. She needs to set limits with her husband and say, you know what?
She needs to lock him in the kitchen every now and again, I'll tell you that. Maybe that would teach him a lesson. Lock him in the basement with his treadmill. So let him
or
go
maybe
to
just
the
lock
bar.
the door when he's out of the bar and you can't get back in.
Come in.
Let's go to the park.
All right.
6 weeks after the birth, and Rachel and the kids are off to the park with Auntie in tow.
Here's an idea. Why don't you get her a playground at the house so we don't have to walk so much?
I don't know where we would put it. I wouldn't have been able to do this without help. Yay! Again! Come on! I used to go to this park when it was still the old wooden style. And it's cool to see my daughter playing in the same park that I used to play at. And soon this guy will be running around too.
What do you want to do here? You want to go on the swing? I'm not part of the park. You can't get carried all the time.
She's not scared of dogs, at least.
Yeah, Addison, do you want a dog?
Yeah, Adrian would love that because dogs are known to be so neat and tidy.
I'm tired. He weighs like a ton.
At least you don't have to carry this one.
That's true. You want a dog?
Do you want a dog?
Getting Addison out to the park so she's not at home just kind of like freaking out in whatever
So she's
contained
freaking out
area.
outside now, but at least,
she's
you know what?
outside.
It's because, I go back to this again, she's used to getting attention for negative behavior. She's used to that, so she's still carrying that on. She's not stopping to recognize she's outside. By the 10th time they take her back there, I hope it'll all be good and she'll get over that.
And today, Rachel has somehow convinced Adrian that it's her turn to get out.
If I tell him to do something, if I say it's good luck, he will do it.
I don't know who's more excited, Rachel or Addison.
And I'm pretty excited to be out. Besides being at my dad's house, I haven't really been going out. He hasn't been home every weekend, so he owes me one.
I mean, it's tough when you're popular, right? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, yeah, it's nice to have her out and enjoy herself. Hopefully she has a good time.
So Rachel finally gets a chance to belt out the pop ditties and cut some tile. And boy, does that make everyone smile.
I am delighted to see that Addy is making some effort to try to be closer to his wife, better with his family. The bottom line is the guy still has an awful lot of problems.
But at least in going out to the karaoke, it's something that she loves doing.
Right.
It's something that the 18-month-old loves doing when she's not falling off of things. So
Yeah.
that was good to see that she could just sit there. But it also gets her out of the house and gets her to explore, you know, have some fun. How's that? Let off some steam.
And after Rachel let off some steam, she got some things off her chest.
I had to voice my concerns with him and tell him that you should be spending more time with the family. Something.
Well, golly, it actually worked.
What's this for? I was so happy when he brought flowers home for me. That was very unexpected, but even more unexpected that he decided to stay home instead of go out with his friends that evening.
What do you want me to make for dinner? I'm gonna make dinner.
You're gonna make dinner.
I've lightened up a lot. It's very hard to keep everything tidy with 2 kids. So just the transition from before and now, yeah, you can just tell the difference. I'll let stuff go for a while before I get to it. So it's kind of good.
Maybe starting to realize, because there is such an overload of work, like he just wasn't prepared for it. He was blindsided by it. And then working together and making things work is more than her picking up the vegetables off the floor when
Because
she
I think
cooks.
Adrian is a lot of things, but I don't think he's stupid. And maybe he's finally listening to her.
If she can ask him for stuff, I think he'll deliver because he's smart enough to know once it achieves words, the jig is up.
It works better when I am more direct with Addie.
I prefer when she's more direct with me. Just tells me what she wants, what makes her happy. Not that my family's not priority number 1. It's just that she kind of felt that way because of the fact that I was going out a lot. So I'm trying to shift the focus towards the family, let her know that they are priority. And just to let her know that I just didn't realize until she voiced it that she felt that way. So now that I know, and that's all you have to do is tell me, I'm gonna make that change. You have to put it here after, okay?
I still worry about Addie and if he can manage with them, but then I know he can do it.
Of course I can.
Lagyan ko ng pips eh.
It's almost like they have a hairpiece all the time.
I love my grandchild probably much more than my own child before.
Ang bango-bango. Ah!